14 huge home and away spoilers for next week. What's next in Summer Bay? Tane makes a dangerous move by snatching baby Maia. Elsewhere, Imogen's arrival in Summer Bay causes tension between Levi and Mackenzie, and passion ignites for Remy and Stevie. Here's a full collection of 14 huge moments. 1. Imagin arrives in the Bay. Levi is still annoyed with Eden for inviting Imagin to stay and is forced to tell Mackenzie that his wife is coming to town. As Imagin arrives, Levi's worst fears are confirmed when she and Eden decide to have an evening out at Salt. Deciding he needs to pre-warn Mac, Levi sends his lover a furtive text to say he'll be coming to her restaurant for dinner with his wife. 2. Levi can't get Mac out of his head. Later at the hotel, Imagin feels neglected when Levi shows little interest in joining her in bed. When he does, Imagin tries to initiate intimacy and points out they haven't been together in ages. But Levi's eyes remain firmly fixed on the ceiling and his mind is elsewhere with Mac. 3. Tane loses his temper. Tane is anxious about baby Maia being placed with a temporary foster family, but his ongoing avo still prevents him from seeing her. He asks Harper to tell him the names of Maia's new foster parents, but she refuses to divulge such personal information. With his anger building, Tane returns home to find Rose there and furiously lays into her, forcing Mac to step in and defuse the situation. 4. Mac plays with fire. Later, Tane and Mackenzie have an emotional chat about his fight for Maia and her messy affair with Levi. This prompts Tane to apologize to Harper and Rose for his behavior, while Mac spies Eden and Imagin and can't resist inviting them for coffee at Salt. Will she regret playing with fire? 5. Mac gives Levi his marching orders. As Imagin offloads about her marital woes to Eden, Mac can't help but feel a pang of guilt knowing the pain she's causing. Going against her better judgment, Mac pulls up a chair and joins in the chat as a horrified Levi walks in to see his wife, sister and mistress together. Later he pays Mac a visit and accuses her of trying to mess up his life, but her response is clear as she tells him, "Go home to your wife." 6. Stevie sleeps with Remy. Excited Stevie is invited to audition for a rom-com, but Cash insists she can't go for safety reasons. Agreeing it's not a sensible idea, Stevie decides to submit a self-tape instead and ropes in Remy to play her love interest. The flirty pair head back to his to film the tape and as the chemistry sizzles they end up sleeping together. 7. Cash and Stevie reach a compromise. Cash is frantic with worry when is unable to locate Stevie and sends her a string of urgent voicemails. Moments later a notification pings on his phone showing Stevie has posted a selfie of her and Remy in bed to her social media. Both Cash and Felicity read Stevie the riot act, which makes her back down and promise to be more careful in future. Having reached a truce, Cash offers to help Stevie with her audition. 8. Bree is heartbroken. With Bree still in the dark about Remy's hookup, Felicity briefs Xander about the situation. Xander decides to bite the bullet and shows Stevie's post to Bree. At first the doctor makes out she's fine about Remy moving on so quickly, but later admits it's totally devastated her. 9. Bree makes a move on Xander. Dana takes pity on Bree and suggests an afternoon of drinking to take her mind off Remy. Bree proceeds to get sozzled and plants a kiss on Xander's lips. He politely rejects her advances, but Dana witnesses their encounter and is consumed with jealousy. Next day, a hungover Bree apologizes to Xander and admits she needs to find a better way to move on from Remy. 10. Theo steals from Justin. Valerie is in need of a drug fix, but her dealer demands she makes payment up front. A solution presents itself when Justin informs Theo that Lyric's fee for playing at his wedding reception can be made in cash. Theo then tricks Justin into giving him money to cover their equipment hire and uses it to pay Valerie's dealer. 11. Kirby outs Valerie and Theo. Kirby is suspicious when Justin lets slip about the money and forces him to admit he spent it on drugs for Valerie. Appalled by the pair's behavior, Kirby dobs them into Justin and tells him about Valerie's spiraling addiction. Justin returns home to confront Theo, but he's not there. Confiding in Kirby, Justin is adamant Leah can't know what her nephew has done until after the wedding. 12. John is feeling under pressure. John is in a stress over finalizing his marriage celebrant course in time for Justin and Leah's big day. Irene is concerned about the pressure he's under and reassures John that Justin has every faith he'll do a terrific job. Her words are just the encouragement John needs and he thanks Irene for believing in him. 13. Tane loses hope. Rose summons Tane and Rue for a meeting about baby Maia. She confirms the emergency foster carers will be collecting the little girl first thing tomorrow, which devastates Tane. Rue tries to offer her friend comfort, but he's resolute that they cannot fix the situation. 14. Tane kidnaps baby Maia. While Rue bids an emotional farewell to Maia, Dana breaches the AVO by agreeing to sneak Tane into the hospital to say his own goodbyes. Meanwhile, Rose receives an update from her boss to say a woman has come forward claiming to be Maia's birth mum. Dana heads back to the ward to share the good news with Tane only to find he and Maia have completely disappeared.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của Home and Away Spoiler Today. Xin chào.